What is up? It is Paris TTMPPED, and today I'm going to be talking about how I deal with criticism as a black trans creative because I recently just posted a video about my experience at my job, and the comments were very 50-50. A lot of people were like, oh my God, we empathize, we sympathize, we sympathize. And some people were just like, you kind of put that on yourself. And I did, that was kind of the point of the video. Like, I basically told someone, and that's kind of what the reason why they know. And it's not a bad thing, I do like the job a lot. It was just kind of my experience, like understanding, like, my perspective that I'm trans at the job. It's just, just an experience. Nothing big, not a big deal. But go watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. So I've been making music since I was a kid. Like, no lie. I remember writing a song and it was like, I think it was like I was rhyming with the word fan. I don't know what it was about. I'm gonna sing something like I had another song that was like, why go out the door when you know it's poor? Why go out the Listen, I was writing I don't know what I was doing, what the songs were about, what was the purpose, but I was writing heavy. And so at a young age I was performing in front of, adults and older people, and they would kind of give me their opinion on it. Like, I remember when I was younger, I would sit on the bus. I used to be in like sport. I think I was in sports when I was in sixth grade, and there would be this bus that would take us from like the elementary school to the middle school, and then from the middle school to your house. So the middle school to your house, we got mixed with the high schoolers because we only had like a few buses, but they still wanted us all to do sports. So this bus is like jam packed. I mean, everyone's sitting with each other. Like, people are sliding out the seats because we're like mixing literally sixth graders, middle schoolers, and all the high schoolers together. And I would sit on the bus and start singing. Like, I'll be in the corner, like, I can see your halo in the window. Halo, halo, halo. And they'll be like, are you singing? Yo, they can sing. And then everyone would tell me, sing, fucking sing. I'm like, oh shit, these grown ass motherfuckers. So you know me, I'll be in there like, what goes around comes back around, yeah, my baby. What goes around comes back around. There was a time I thought that you did everything right. And I'm like, oh my God, yo. And I would always get told to sing. And at a young age, I understood. Whether I was good or not, I don't think I was even doing that good. I think it was just the fact that I was confident enough to do it. Like, yeah, that was kind of my early experiences. So, I was joining chorus, I was in band, I was doing all types of things that, I wanted to do. Like, music-wise, creative-wise. I started off playing the flute. It was just a lot. I was doing random stuff because, I'm not gonna lie, like, people gave into me wanting to be creative. Like, my mom got me a guitar at 9. They could see that I wanted to be a creative. But then as I got older, I was joining little like competitions, and now I'm getting judgment. And that is kind of when things took a crazy turn. Because I feel like when you're a young kid, you get juiced up with possibility because they don't know who you're gonna be. And whether you're gonna fit in what category you're gonna fit in and stuff like that. I was in, I think it was like fifth or sixth grade. I had won the talent show, and one of my good friends kind of, it started to become like a competition about voices, and who can sing and all this crazy stuff. And people would put me in these categories and be like, oh, you can only sing like this, and trying to get in my head at a young age. And I'm like, okay, now this is becoming a big deal. So I started to kind of shut it off and get shy. So in the sixth grade talent show, I go there and I try to sing and play the piano, and I was getting nervous forgetting the words. Like, it was something that was like, dang, like now I'm in my head about my like how I sound, and it kind of followed me throughout high school. I would do the plays, and it would be a competition about who would get what part, like High School fucking Musical in this motherfucker, and because everything was so competitive, no lie, every time the show would come around, I would get sick on some random shit. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is literally getting to my mental. And And of course I found remedies to like hurry up and like, fix it before the show, but it was just like having to even do that would stress me the fuck out. And it would always happen just like that. So I was literally getting in my head about people and how they perceive me, because I was being put in all these boxes and all that shit. Now, fast forward, I ended up living on my own for a while, for a few years, and at this time, like, I was able to like have my little studio set up and stuff, and that gave me the privacy to really tap into what my creative side really meant to me. So I was making all types of weird kind of music and trying different shit out and playing the bongos and djembes and all that crazy stuff, like trying out the weirdest shit. I was really trying to figure out where did I fit, and I was like, okay, wait, I'm just a creative being, you know what I'm saying? But then I realized, but now I'm living in this world where people have an opinion about what it's going to sound like. People have a viewpoint in what I should do. People see me, and then if I don't fit the stereotype music that they think I'm going to make, then they won't even. It was a very interesting like observation, and I got nervous and kind of backed up. I would show my friends, and they'll be like, I mean, I guess that's good, or they'll be like, I can't understand you, or they'll give me these little critiques that would get to my head. I ended up going to North Carolina, and at this point, no one knows me, and I'm just, even when I did like a road trip to Canada, and I remember like I was doing a lot of like different like performances going all the way like to Canada, and it was amazing. The road trip is on this channel if you want to go watch it. I could post some more videos. Y'all want to see some of my trip videos? Comment down below. Yes. But yeah, so I ended up performing all the way there. So then once I went to North Carolina for that short time, I really kind of tapped into like let me try to perform. And of course, doing that was an experiment in itself, because then I was having people kind of giving me their judgments, and if they weren't interested, they wouldn't watch. And I realized when I tapped into not caring what people thought, it really did open up a side of me that was like beyond what I could understand. And it's really that perception that used to get into my head. But now I had to realize I can't even put people in that process with me. Like, I can't listen to what I think people want. I can't give into anything, that voice that tells me to change it. I have to listen to my highest like desire, do exactly what I want to do in the process, and really tap into whoever comes out. Like, that's the purpose of creativity. You just want to feel good doing it. You want it to be fun. You don't want the fun part to be the validation. Because then what the heck? What are you actually chasing, Of course, like, the performance and all that is beautiful. It's literally like electric. But in terms of like, you just gotta be careful. And I also let people be themselves, and I don't take it personal. It's just one of those things where everyone's gonna have their opinions, and some of them actually might help. But you also gotta just not take it personal. You gotta realize it's just an opinion. So if you don't like what they said, or it doesn't sit right with you, you can just let it go. Criticism is optional. You have to just, it's hard to say it, but you gotta kind of go with criticism with no emotion. Definitely with me being a trans artist, like, I can't care what people think, because my creativity is just from a weird ass experience. I had the weirdest life ever. So it's just like, I have to kind of realize we're all not like each other. We're all our own person. And until we all accept that, it's just going to be a lot of robotic shit happening, because we're all trying to please someone. And also, like, I set boundaries on what I let people say about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all say in the comments, like, I love it. Like, all the comments are just, I'm taking it in, and I take what resonates and I leave. I take what resonates and leave what does not. That's what they say. So that's what I do, I really love this community, and criticism is just an opinion. If it doesn't align, because this is my channel. And I take that with I take that mindset with everything. This is my music. This is my dancing. This is my body. So any kind of you can't. How are you going to tell me how to be me when you're not me? You're you. So like, until we like start to really understand that we're just all different people, even twins, then we're it's going to be a weird, and that's just how life is, though. And that I take that outside of my music and I guess apply that to my life, because criticism comes in all sizes. Doing this channel, I had to just accept. Some people are going to accept me. Some people are going to think I'm crazy. Some people are going to love this energy. Some people are going to get tired and unsubscribe and all that. Like, I don't know. You know, everyone's their own person. I'm learning everyone has their own opinion. You know, it's not, I mean, I'm not trying to say it's not a big deal, but it's not. You know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You have to just, and that's what I put into my creativity. And I don't let any kind of criticism about my gender, about my look, about my music. You know, it's just me. I'm just expressing myself. What feels good. Because if it doesn't feel good, why am I doing it? Definitely creative wise. Like, I like to draw, and there's some times where I just don't want to draw. Like, I'm not going to I'm like, nope, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to force it. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And that's just the creative process. But I'm not going to, but if someone tells me, oh, draw, and I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because they want me to do it. And I feel like, you know, of course, like with hustle culture, we turned it into a job. So if someone says draw, even if we don't want to do it, we feel we have to do it. But I just feel like for me, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. Definitely creative wise. I just want to just have fun with this. And that's how I see life. You know, I wrote that it's tempting to people please, but it only stops you at the end. You know, it does. Like, think about that. You know, if you do something that someone else wants you to do, then you're preventing yourself from doing what you want to do. And so that there's in that gap of time, you're not even yourself. You're their robot, their AI system. You know, and I feel like, you know, to each their own. But if you don't want to do it, don't. If you don't like what they say, don't listen to it. If you want to do it, do it. Don't let anything outside of you tell you who you should be. Because you're probably not even pleasing them. You can do everything that someone else wants you to do and they'll still not be happy. Because you'll start to learn it's not you, it's them. They're bothered by themselves, by their own thoughts, and they're projecting it. And you know why I know that? Because there are some people in this world who don't give a flying fuck what the hell I do. There are people in this world, I'll show them and they'll be like, oh my god, that was amazing. And some people will be like, oh, this is crazy. Or some people will be like, oh, okay. Everyone has their own mindset. So, like, you can't take a specific mindset serious, even if it comes in a large quantity, because there's literally, you know how many people are in this world? Like, there are so many. So that is a very small demographic of people or persons or persons that are doing it. You know, I don't know if you catch what I'm throwing, but I'm just trying to say that criticism will hold you back. Change on your terms. You know? Criticism is just an opinion. And we need it sometimes, because sometimes we need that push, or we need to kind of like, you know, learn how to like toughen up. Sometimes we have to, you know, endure criticism so that we can maybe change in the best way possible. Sometimes we need outside opinions and outside validation to move. Because sometimes, you know, you'll put your heart and soul into something and love it, and then no one will even, and you're like, damn. So sometimes, you know, some validation, some criticism, like, oh, this was good, or this was, you know, not my favorite one, but, you know, next time, or not my favorite one, but I like that other thing. Like, all that it feels good, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it'll motivate you to go, okay, let me give this another shot. But you know, that shouldn't be all of it, you know? Of course, like, you like the process as well. That's how you're giving it another shot. It's not it's not a hard, it's a crazy process, but I'll do it again, you know. But I hope this video has brought you some clarity if you are a creative and in any kind of form. Yeah, I am moving very soon, y'all. So I am so excited. If y'all are excited, comment down below. Woo! Here's my happy dance, because it's time to flourish.